Hello Twin Flames, this is Victoria and I'm here with your daily energy check. Today I'm gonna do a special edition reading. This is pick a card reading or pick a pile, and we're gonna be looking at what's happening with your DM, where are they at energetically, what are they thinking about you, towards you, and what kind of action are they taking towards you, if any. So we'll get more details, especially since you'll be choosing the pile, so it's gonna be more personalized to your situation, to your story, and I'm excited for that. I've got some cool decks here with me. I will be starting with an oracle card first and foremost, and then we'll do 3 different groups. So pick your group, use your intuition right now to think whether it's going to be group number 1, group number 2, or group number 3 for you, and I'll see you there. Okay, group number 1. Let's get started. Let's get an oracle card to see what's the deal with your DM. What are they thinking? What are they wishing for? What's being put right in front of them? That was quick. Heal the ouch. So they are doing some sort of healing work. Heal the ouch is actually, it kind of goes both ways. It's like either you're healing something in yourself or there's somebody else around you that will need your help. And I almost get that for these masculines, it's going to be 2 in 1. Buy one, get one free or whatever. Because they will be helping someone else during this time. And that's how that healing is going to happen. You know, either they're going to be able to snap out of it like in their own right, in their own context, to kind of quit sulking or end the stalemate phase and be able to start taking action, looking forward, all of those fun things. Or they will see in the story of a person they're helping how much it reflects their own story, right? And maybe they never even saw it that way, right? Or they know it's related, and when they start telling their story, is like, oh, you know what, I'm actually going through something similar. And through telling the story, the healing will start happening. Because as we tell the story, that's when the magic starts, right? Like the energy is activated. Especially, it's important, especially if it's been oppressed, it's been pushed into the subconscious for a while because it's too painful or too confusing for us, for our brain, for our psyche to handle. That's what happens. Okay, I've got the movie tarot with me for the main read. I'll do the clarifications the right away. Okay, so let's get a position for what's going on with the energy. What are they thinking? What direction are they taking towards their feminine? Bottom of the deck, the Chariot. Yeah, so they want to be in a confident and strong position where they're not just running to you with their tail between their legs, right? They still want to feel like a masculine. They want to come in strong, right? And even if there is an apology, I'm hearing that they still want to make sure that they feel like a masculine for you. I'm not saying the man because it's not about the gender, so take it how it resonates for you and your story. Yeah, and you see they want this beginning with you, divine feminine, right? Like that's where the Chariot is looking at, is going to. You see that it's actually looking towards the Ace of Pentacles. But like I said, it's important. The how is important to them. Let's just put it that way. Maybe at some point it will stop being important, and that's going to be the result of the healing. But there we are. So the energy is Three of Cups clarified by King of Swords. Yeah, they are really taking a closer look at how they build relationships with people, right? Like, is it energy of like, how do I even connect? Like, what makes me vibe with certain people and wanting to stay away from other people, right? Like, how is it created? What is the gel all about, right? They're looking at it from a very conscious space, very high level of awareness of like, I want to really understand that, right? And this could be any kind of interactions. 3 is a group, as you know, so probably not a love relationship, probably something like friends, colleagues, family members, you know, mostly groups really. But that's the thing, like, how does it start, right? Because a lot of times you don't just meet somebody like on the street, like one person, right, and start talking to them or something, It's a lot of it is like there is a group of people, and I'm choosing somehow to spend time with some of them, not with others. So this is like the point of the research, let's put it that way. That's the goal of the research. What is the thinking towards the feminine? Judgment clarified by the Emperor. Look at this major arcana. Wow, this is finally being revealed. You know how powerful it is. You know how much this connection is bringing power to them, right? Like how much it supports them in their own right and what they gotta do and who they are and how they feel as a masculine, right? All of the above. They were used before, I'm hearing, that their relationship with the feminine would be like in a karmic situation. It would be them needing to be and do for that person, like needing to kind of like extract from yourself and give away, give something of yourself. And this connection is making them richer energetically and resource-wise and guidance-wise and happiness-wise. That's very interesting. That's a thinking space, so that's very conscious process now. But of course, with the major arcana, we can see this totally divinely guided. So maybe that situation that I mentioned at the beginning with somebody in need who they're helping, maybe they see it through that lens, that story. Maybe they hear something similar on TV or in, I don't know, reading an article in the news or something. But this, whatever it is, it does it. It hits them. Action. Are they taking any? The Hangman, the World and the Hangman. No, there is no action right now towards the feminine. But they always have feminine in mind. Like it's the center of their world, literally. Right? Simila Jovovich here from the Fifth Element. And it kind of says it, right? Because that's the fifth element was the love. And the love kind of equates divine feminine in their world, right? So this is like a guiding compass. But they're not taking action right now. It's more about analyzing, observing, and learning, and healing, of course. So that's the phase. Oh, and yes, I will be doing the little messages from DMs to DFs. What would this DM like to say to their feminines? Let's see. We've got, you are the first person that has shown me what real love feels like. I have never felt this way before. I run as I don't know how to deal with it. And it's all my fault. So like I said at the beginning, they understand that apology is needed, but they don't want to come in just with like, oh, it's all my fault. Like, no, I've been so bad. Will you take me? They don't want that. They want to come in a strong position, and they don't really know how to do it in the current situation. That's why it's taken a moment. Okay, I hope this was good for you, group 1. And we slowly will transition to group 2 now. Alright, let me just do a quick shuffle, group 2. So what I'm gonna do for once is popping out is I'm gonna pull an oracle card with a general message of like what's happening with your masculine. And masculines, if you're watching, this is like useful intel for you. What's the theme, what's important, what to pay attention to. And then I'll do tarot with what divine masculine in this group what's the energy, what they're thinking, and what action they're taking towards the connection and towards the feminine. At the end, I'll pull some messages from my little oracle deck with messages from divine masculines. 2 feminines. Somehow I got the deck upside down. Oh well. Let's do this. Help you use your intuition to pick this group. What's the message for the masculines in group 2? Magic Stream, number 18. I will actually read from the book for this one because I don't think I've ever gotten this card in this deck. Everything is connected through the universal flow of consciousness. Every experience you have seems to have its own life story, with a beginning, a middle, and eventually an end. However, there is danger in seeing events as separate from one another, since in fact they're all part of a continuity and a greater evolution. Like an ever-flowing magic stream, your experiences filter through the whole world, one leading into another, informing and influencing still more. Inspiration, invention, and revelations rarely come to just one person. The collective awareness is a shared storehouse of potential. When you remember you're part of the fluid continuity of life, you become a channel for great inspiration. Allow the magic to flow through you and carry your dreams into reality. Your success will benefit many. Yes, this is a reminder to divine masculines that they are a divine being, with their mission was so much to show, to give, to share with this world. Okay, got a movie tarot for the main read. So what's the general energy? What are the DMs thinking towards feminines and what action are they taking? Bottom of the deck, Queen of Cups. So the CDF right now is the sweet creature that's magical in their own. Like that magic ignites their magic. Oops, we lost the Queen of Cups. If you know what I mean, right? Like, and yeah, it does have a bit of that physiological drive, right? That the physical pull, but it's much more than that. It may feel like it for a moment, you know, like it's on some visceral level, but then it goes much further, and that's what Ace of Wands is like, right? That energy. Is it sexual energy? Yes. But doesn't end there. It's just like one aspect of it. Sorry, I'll have to pick up the card now because I lost one from this deck. Anyways, let's get some clarifiers for the movie tarot. Bottom of the carries 9 of Wands. Yeah, so they see the feminine as this magical, lovely, kind person. So much so that they're a little scared that how far they are from it. Like, oh, I don't know if I'll ever be able to catch up. Like, I'm almost like I feel like I'm from a different world than this beautiful creature. Like, you know, there's so much of that magic in it that I almost like don't want to spoil it, right? Like, I don't want to upset this feminine, and also I don't want to break any of that magic by being in their life. Ooh, and speaking of 4 Wands, I told you it was popping out, but it was in a different deck. So actually, this is a very important message. This is the energy, the union and the husband card for masculines. I mean, how much more on the nose can you get here, right? The masculines definitely are feeling the urge to come together, and that it's like really destiny is happening. That it's not just to have some fun. It's not to keep themselves busy. It's not to respond to somebody's expectations for them to find a mate, a spouse, whoever, you know, a partner, right? It's like they're really feeling like this is something like, or someone they don't want this feminine to get away. Let's put it that way. And that's another reason for this fear that we see here. That they're not really, they don't know how solid they are with the feminine, let's put it that way. They feel like there's a danger that feminine's gonna get away. What are they thinking towards the feminine? Ace of Wands, I was just talking about it. Oh my god. And yes, the cards were face down, I swear. With 7 of Cups, right? This is like making that choice of like, there is somebody here who will satisfy all of my needs and wishes and will be a dream come true for everything I've wanted. So it's not like they had to choose before. Like this feminine is good at like housework, maybe cooking, taking care of me. This feminine is good at, I don't know, you know, intellectually they're on my level and they're an interesting person to spend time with. That third person is great in bed and we have such a great chemistry. That fourth person is, and so on and so forth, right? Like you still have to kind of pick and choose. That's what they've had to deal with before. And here they feel like this is the person. And that happens through this drive, through Ace of Wands. So if any of you were thinking, how's that connected? Or how good of a sign it is if you see this kind of energy, because a lot of times it's about physical connection and sexual energy. It is all of the above, not just that. If you forgot what I was talking about as Ace of Wands just a moment ago, rewind, listen again. What action are they taking? King of Swords clarified by the Hermit. Yeah, so it's an interesting King of Swords here too, right? With Keanu Reeves. With Tom Cruise. What am I saying? It's Tom Cruise and Mission Impossible. Yeah, it is. They do feel like they need to be in the superhero mode, honestly. And it takes a minute to prepare for that. So Hermit is like that preparation in solitude. So they need to kind of get away, do their homework, get the right resources intact, and then come in strong. So they're preparing. There will be action, maybe not right away, but I would say within the next few weeks, that will definitely come in with something. They want to show up as somebody mature and strong, right? So you take them seriously. So they're going to be wearing their serious suit. Take it literally or figuratively, depending on what your masculine prefers. But I heard that message and it definitely meant something to someone. Okay, let's get some messages from this divine masculine to the feminine. You're so different to what I'm used to, but I love that. Yeah, I was just talking about other options and other women they've considered where they had to choose and it was never an easy choice, right? Like, this is so different. I will message you soon. So yeah, I was just talking about that was the King of Swords that will act in the nearest future. I may act strong, but I'm not. And that's why they need to get away through this hermit mode, to recuperate, to get a deeper knowledge on what is their best move, what is the action, and not like from a manipulative standpoint, so what should be my next move to, get them to be mine. It's more like, I want to get this right because I've already made mistakes. That's why they need that time to prep. Okay, that was group number 2. I hope it was good for you guys. Let's move on to group number 3. I'm just gonna do a quick shuffle of my decks. So at first, I'm gonna pull a card from the Oracle deck with a general vibe buzz for the masculines. And then I'll go into tarot to look at what masculine's energy is in this group. What are they thinking towards the feminine? What action are they taking towards the feminine? And at the end, I'll put some messages from masculine to feminine. Okay, last deck. Very interesting messages this far. Seems like masculines are gaining momentum in all these events that are coming up. The 12th of Portal, the new moon, the Mercury retrograde. It's like getting them more into the mode of like, I need to get my stuff together, I need to get my ducks in the row. That's what I'm feeling. The 12th of Portal, of course. Okay, so Oracle message for the masculines in this group. Making a choice, number 30. Okay, let's read. You're required to come to a decision now. You're faced with a dilemma or fork in the road and must make a conscious choice regarding the next right action. Whatever the choice is, you must take responsibility for it, yet you needn't be afraid. You may not have all the answers right now, because the way ahead can't be known until you've embarked and traveled a few steps. Trust your intuition. Ask for a sign from Spirit, and you will be led to the right path. If you remain conscious and aware, your choice will be the right one at this time. Life is always about learning. Success lies in choosing consciously, guided by intuition and spirit. All right, let's get into tarot. By the way, if you like what I'm doing, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Bottom of the deck, the Lovers. Yay, baby. Oh, this is so sweet. So, guess what kind of choice the Ams know that they need to make? The choice in love. The choice of love. Choosing love. Three of Cups. Yes. This is like celebrating that you have this kind of love in your world, that you have your feminines, that you have this capacity to love and be loved, you know. So it's time to rejoice and celebrate and leave the hardships behind, I'm hearing. So the energy is Three of Swords clarified by Queen of Wands. Yeah, so there is some heartache, and the masculines are seeing the feminines as this kind of strong shamanic figure that knows so much that they almost like can inflict impact with a wink of an eye. And there is certain intimidation to that from the masculine side, because, you know, they don't understand how it works. They don't know what to expect from the DF because things have been up and down, right? So there is certain anxiety. It's heartache, but more with anxiety than I'm hearing. Like, they're hurting and they don't know what's a good way to get out of it. To be on the feminine's good side, I'm getting. What are they thinking? Ten of Swords. Clarified by Knight of Swords. We're just talking about this pain and anxiety. So yeah, they feel it. They want to communicate, but this is weighing down on them. Like all the swords that would normally, in the Rider-Waite, it would be in the person. It's like they're preventing them from moving. You know, it's really hard to move when you have 10 swords in you, piercing through you, right? So they're looking for ways to get away from that position, from that picture, so that they can move towards the feminine with their communication. They really want that. They're being held by circumstances and certain divine timing constraints. So something still needs to play out before they're going to be released from this burden, so that they can come to the feminines with the message that they have. What action are they taking? Six of Wands clarified by 10 of Wands. So yeah, you know, this very similar picture, and I don't just mean the wands, but like even the shape, right, of how they're being brought together. You don't usually see that in the same deck. This is an interesting parallel realities I'm getting. So masculines want to go full on publicly to a victory with the feminine, but the burdens are weighing down on them, right? And it's like, it's almost like they're in this hot and cold energy, or they're like jumping from one polarity to another, whether they're really excited and they want to just run at it, or they're burdened down and exhausted and they're like, yeah, it doesn't feel like it's a good time. I need to do other stuff. I need to take care of my life. And by the way, they don't necessarily know why they are guided to do it that way. That's part of divine guidance, that they just know that it's not time yet. There's always an excuse that can be found, right? But what they know at the end of the day, that the excuse is stronger than the desire and the capacity to walk towards the victory together. So they don't move, they don't act on it then. So what I'm getting is that because this is the main card, actually, they are more and more swinging towards action and success. But it may take a while. It's not like there's still something that they are figuring out for themselves. They're figuring out how to change things so that this choice of love is a celebration. It's not a trial. It's not feminines holding them accountable for everything they've done before, nothing like that. But you know, the two of you can start from a clean slate. Okay, oracle messages from masculine to feminine. I have always loved you. I'm trying to overcome my commitment issues, and I know we are twin flames. That's your Lover's card. Right. So that's the part that will unlock the commitment issue. Because if it starts with a clean slate and with love in mind, not going back to the past and reliving all the horrors of the past, you know how it happens, right? Like people arguing and wanting to relive like where they've been hurt in the past and how could the other person dare do or say what they did or said, right? No, this is like turning things around so that it starts happy, it starts fresh, it starts with the energy of love. And then they can commit to that. They won't be scared. Okay. And speaking of scared, the next card in the deck was, I'm scared you don't love me as much as I love you. This is so sweet. Okay, I'm gonna end it here. Thank you so much for joining me today, guys. I love you all. And I'll be back with more readings very, very soon. We have some big events happening next week, and I'll be here to tell you all about it.